Serial or coincidence? You decide. In 1982, Raul Meza Jr. was a 22-year-old hairstylist living in a trailer with his mother and stepfather. Hello viewers, in this video, I will tell about Texas murderer Raul Meza Jr. arrested after calling police out of the blue to confess. In Austin, Texas, on January 3rd, the naked body of 8-year-old Kendra Page was discovered next to a dumpster close to an elementary school where she had been strangled to death. It was eventually discovered by forensics that she had suffered from sexual assault and torture before to her death. Meza was soon taken into jail for the murder, partially due to fingerprints discovered on the young girl's bicycle. Meza was given a 30-year prison sentence after entering a guilty plea. However, this was not his first run-in with the authorities, and sadly, it would not be his last. When a teenage Meza got involved in the robbery of an Austin convenience store in 1975, the manager was shot in the back but survived the attack. Meza received a 20-year sentence, but he only completed 5. When he raped and killed Kendra Page, he was actually on parole for another crime. The judge who sentenced him to 30 years for that murder also added 16 extra years, reasoning that Meza should have to serve out the balance of his previous sentence before serving his 30 years. However, Meza didn't actually serve the whole 30 years in prison. In fact, he didn't even complete the remaining 16 years. By 1993, Meza had accumulated enough credit for good behavior to qualify for mandatory supervision, a form of release similar to parole, but without the oversight of a parole board. However, Meza's story did not end happily. Meza became somewhat of a personal mission for Jerry White, the Austin American-Statesman city editor. 8 days before Meza's release, an article ran on the front page of the paper in the town where Meza planned to live. "Nothing's going to stop it," the headline held, "Killer of 8-year-old about to be freed." It was the beginning of Meza's troubles, but far from the end. Film crews were waiting when Meza walked out of prison and, for the next year, angry citizens kicked him in the butt from one end of Texas to the other, according to Colin Amon, a lawyer who represented Meza after his release. Meza apparently moved between at least 6 towns and cities before reaching at his grandparents' property outside of San Antonio. Of the 276 halfway homes that were asked to take Meza in, 271 reportedly declined. Raul Meza Jr. confessed to killing 8-year-old Kendra Page in 1982. Meza was released in June, and by August, he had already been bounced around cities and towns all over the state, always greeted by protests and rallies against him. He eventually made his way back to Austin, where in just 10 months, the American Statesman published more than 20 stories about him. After a year, he was back in state jail, this time for disobeying his parole's curfew. The next time Meza left prison, there was no such effort in place to hound him, and he re-entered society with less fanfare. By 2012, he had settled in Austin once again, next door to Gloria Lofton. A body was discovered in Lofton's bedroom on May 9, 2019, although the medical examiner looked into possible strangled evidence and used a rape kit that later matched DNA with Raul Meza Jr. The cause of death was first recorded as undetermined, but at the time, authorities didn't investigate any of that. Rather, Meza wouldn't find himself in the police's crosshairs again until May 20, 2023. He had moved to Pflugerville, Texas, by that point. He shared a residence with 80-year-old Jesse Fraga until authorities discovered the latter's strangled body during a wellness check after receiving a call from Fraga's niece. Meza admitted to killing Jesse Fraga and implicated himself in the assault and murder of Gloria Lofton in a phone conversation to the Austin police. Meza was allegedly carrying a .22 caliber handgun, duct tape, and zip ties when he was apprehended by the police. These seem to point to something more sinister than simple crimes of opportunity, especially given the parallels in the methods of the 3 murders that Meza was already connected to. Is Raul Meza Jr. a possible serial killer? Meza was charged with 2 murders in April 2024. However, at a press conference held after his apprehension, authorities stated that they were re-examining as many as 10 unsolved homicides in the Austin area dating to the 1990s. During that period, Meza's legal representative proposed a plea agreement in which Meza would be given consecutive 50-year terms for the 2 murders. This would mean that Meza would not even be eligible for parole until he was around 93 years old. Mr. Meza's lawyer stated, Mr. Meza would prefer to avoid a trial and all the trouble and emotional turmoil it brings to everyone involved in the case, including the victims' families. However, relatives of a few of Meza's previous victims pleaded with police to turn down the offer. Tracy Page, Kendra's sister, said, "It just brought me back to what my parents had to go through when we were children. He seems to be dictating what he wants to do." Gloria Lofton's daughter Christina Foltz has been at the courtroom for Meza's entire legal battle. She told reporters, "It's important that he knows that I am not backing down. I will outlive that individual." But whether or not Meza is connected to any of the other unsolved cases that the authorities are currently re-examining could determine whether or not the plea agreement is accepted. The families of Meza's known victims are looking forward to the outcome of an extra pretrial hearing scheduled for August 2024 as of this writing. "Just go straight to the death penalty," Tracy Page said. "He deserves it." Many people in the Austin community are angry that the court system gave Meza so many chances. "I don't think our judicial system did its job. I really don't," Kendra Page's brother Kevin told KXAN. "So now these other families have to deal with the same pain we went through." Friends, this was the story of Raul Meza Jr. And tell me, is he a serial killer or not? Viewers, what you can say about this case, please tell me in the comment box. Friends, if you like this video, please like the video and subscribe my channel for more amazing videos, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Take care of yourself, and I meet you in a new video.